Alright, so let's open our curve editor again. We have our light selected, and and we'll make sure to go this extra rollout here. Color multiplier. What did I just do? Oh, I see. Just gotta close that. Don't need that. Multiplier you can set to assign controller audio float again. We can set it to the same sound clip as we've been using, so that will pulsate, get brighter and dimmer due to the beat itself. So max will set to 3, minimum. We don't ever want it to go completely out, so we'll set the minimum to 1, and we'll click close. See, this is grayed out now. That's what we need. Also, we'll set this then to 120. And I guess we could set this back to 0. Oh, I'm sorry. I just set the start time to 0. I forgot. I'm sorry. I keep it on this screen so that doesn't happen again. Maybe it's not previewing my audio because the Camtasia is running behind everything. Max is like some other programs when it comes to audio. It'll play audio as long as you're clicked on it. You have it highlighted. But if you click on something else, like outside the box here on Thanos, and yes, somebody pointed out that they did recognize it was Thanos on my desktop, and indeed it is. You see the love of his life in the background, Lady Death herself, with Mrs. Fantastic, Sue Richards, chained up. Um, so anyway, when you're clicked off of it, you won't be able to hear it even if it's playing. There's some other software packages that handle sound the same way. Some other ones don't care; they will just trudge on with the sound. So maybe that's why I can't get the preview. That's my best guess, as well as my only guess. So maybe it's the right one, maybe it isn't. So this is what we have. We have the light glowing. We're not seeing any of the particles because we didn't put any shapes to it or anything. Um, well, I guess we can. All right, let me minimize that, and let's put shapes to it. So right away you want to shape instance blah 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 shape right here. Just let's take this back to the beginning. Shape will drag right below position object, right above force. And we don't necessarily have to make it a 3D object here. I mean, we can. We can make it numbers. We can do whatever. Well, for the sake of the tutorial, we'll just make them triangles. That's fine. Let's also make this to geometry. And we can see right away that these are now geometry, a shitload of geometry. So we're going to add shapes. We should add the other fun stuff as well. Let's add a rotate, again right below shape, and we will set it for, oops, speed space follow, which means they will point the direction they are aiming. We can also go back into shape and shrink down that size to so they hold that shape, and they'll hold it because we're not designating a new shape for our second event, event 02. That shape will continue on through the events because we're not making a new shape for it. But just as in good practice, we will indeed hold down shift on your keyboard, drag that down to here, copy. Let's do instance. And we will also make this geometry. And also we'll hold down shift again and drag this down. And we'll move it up above force. So now we have a bunch of these little chips, which is good. That's what we wanted. Um, so we have our chips. Rotation. Let's rotate these a little so they're a little easier to see from the side. Excuse me. I always get confused on my axes. Alright, good. So 90. Also, we'll change this rotation updated automatically because we made it an instance, so that's 90 also. And just so these things don't blatantly disappear, we'll add a scale modifier. Not modifier, what scale operator, maybe they're called.